Now that we have the timing for the InstaKill, I've been looking for certain animations, and I found this called Stealth Assassination. Mixamo.com isn't really working for me today, but I've already downloaded this. So there's stealth animation, the act of choking, and the target being choked. I already have them in my downloads folder, Assassination A and B. I've renamed them. A is choking, B is being choked. And I'm going to put them in my humanoid animations folder. Drag them in there. And the usual stuff. Humanoid, apply, configure. Okay, everything is green, done. Animation tab, I'm going to name it Assassination A. Apply. And the same thing with B. Humanoid, apply, configure. Everything's green, done. Animation tab, Assassination B. In order to use these animations, I'm going to create a new animator controller. I want the transitions to be instant. So in my death folder, I'll create animator controller, death, assassination A. Drag in the animation A. Okay, same thing. I'm going to create animator controller for B, death, assassination B. Drag in the animation. Now we had a code that we were working on. It was called InstaKill. Go in there. If I go down, okay, here it is. And I remember I had something called death by spikes, instant death. I'm going to create another function that is kind of similar. I'll call it death by InstaKill. HP will go to 0. And here we say Sophie, the character control, we're going to do a death by InstaKill. We only want to do this once, so if the attacker is dead, obviously this is not going to work. Also, if Sophie is dead, we don't have to do it again. InstaKill. Oh wait, I got it backwards here. Control is the attacker in this script. C is Sophie. Might be a little confusing because the damage detector is owned by Sophie here. And if I say control, this is Sophie. But anyways, rigid body, I'm not going to use gravity anymore once I go into the InstaKill. We don't need the box collider either. And we're going to use the animator. And that animator is going to be the one we just created. First, let me create a public variable so I can select them. Header InstaKill. One of them is Assassination A. The other one is B. And I think A is the choking one, the attacker. So Sophie is B, Assassination B. And we also need the attacker. We'll get it from the parameter. And do the same thing with the attacker. The only difference is we're using Assassination A for the attacker. If I go back to InstaKill, we need to pass on the parameter, the attacker, save all the code, and I need to select the animators. So just pick a prefab. I'm going to look for the damage detector. Okay, select A and B, the animators, apply it to the original. So it's applied to everything. And let me just make sure that A is the attacker. Okay. We're not done yet, but let me just click play and see what happens. See if we get the transition. Okay. So the animations are working. They're just severely off. I'm just going to use the original rotation. Position, we're just going to use the center mass. Same thing with B. Just use the original animation. And I don't want the walking part. I want to go straight into the jump and the choke. Okay, 78 looks all right. Apply. Same thing with B. Start at 78. And I'm going to go back to the code. And I want Sophie to be facing the same direction as the attacker. So forward will be the same as the attacker. I'm going to play again. Okay. We have a better fit. If I go from the other side, this might look a little weird. Okay, I want the AI to turn. Let me put back Sophie and go back to the code. First, I want to get the direction between the attacker and Sophie, the target. So get the vector from the attacker to the target. And we look at the Z position. If Z is less than 0, I think the attacker should be facing forward. In the other case, we turn. And I want Sophie to be slightly ahead of the attacker. So we change her position based on the attacker's position plus slightly in front, maybe by 0.5. Okay, save, and I'm going to play again. Okay, looks like I got the direction mixed up. False here, true here. Okay, it's not too bad. There is a bit of skipping in the frames, but I'm going to deal with the details later. I think we might be a little too far away from Sophie. Let me make this 0.45. Okay. I think it's all right. Once I have a better animation in the future, I'm going to change it. But the mechanics is the same. Okay, one of you mentioned that this shouldn't be an insta-kill, but more like a push. I can do that too, but for now, this is just the animation that I have, and I can always change that in the future. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.